Thank you so much for stopping by TessMD TV. My name is Tess Washington, board certified physician surgeon, and on this channel, we talk about various ways that you can optimize your looks, your love, your wealth, and your health. And if you're into that kind of content, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, because we're about to get into it. Isolation. Do not isolate under no circumstances. Absolutely under no circumstances. Because during that time that you are alone, who's in the room with you? Nobody but your thoughts. And if you are isolating and if you're going through something, all those thoughts are doing is, man, they're having a playground and they're just like ruminating. It's like doing their own thing. And there's nothing that you could do about it as long as you remain isolated. So for those of you who don't know, my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and sometimes things do get a little bit challenging. Let's just say it like that, challenging. Because like I told my TikTok family, nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you. But sometimes that little cliche, like have a nice day, all those bumper stickers, sometimes they're a little bit hard to not be like, yeah. I received a text message. And at first I was like, oh my God, I'm working. Why is my phone going off? Who is this texting me? Right? And I wasn't going to check the message. But I decided, let me just check and see. And this is what was sent to me. Check this out. I'll bring my bad news. I won't sometimes hardly see the road. This video was the text message. You know how you just got your phone next to you and you just hear your text alert just go off. And when I looked down and I saw her name, that was when I opened it. And that was on the other end. I met Tina when I was taking care of a friend in the hospital. His name was Chris Bryant. Hey, y'all, Chris gonna have a drink with me. Hey, Chris. All right. Hey, look, Chris, y'all. Hey, Chris. Go, Chris. Hey, look at him. He told me he went. He went to damn. See, this is the wonderful thing about having my mommy. I get home, look what I see. Hey, Mom. Anyway, trying to get Chris to have a little drink with me. Hey, which one should we give him? Let me see. Chris, you want a little Jameson? Or, let me see. So I don't make it do wrong. Let me see, which one, Chris? Chris, what you want? Chris, what you want? Chris, how long you been with me? I couldn't imagine. All the girls know him. He's picked my mom up. He's picked up family members when they come in. I couldn't picture living in California without Chris. So you guys gotta have somebody like that in your life. If you're a single woman, yeah, it'd be utopian if you had just like that man in your life and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't, you gotta have some true friends and some people who care about you and want to make sure you stay safe. And I've been blessed that way. All right. Hey, Chris, you got something you want to say real quick? All right, signing off. Anything that you go through that doesn't hurt you only builds you up. I mean, he just had cancer, and to us, it seemed like it was out of the blue. Because, we were like, Chris, we just felt like, he was just normal Chris. So we saw he was losing weight and everything, but he always was, had this swag, and he always was like dapper. And he was like, I was trying to cut back a little bit. And the last time I worked with Chris, when he used to pick me up from the airport when I used to do a lot of travel medicine. And he was like, I just been tired. I just been, a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy. And come to find out, he was, it was metastatic by the time we discovered it. So I took care of him for free. And I was going from his hospital, where I was at White Memorial. I was working in Antelope Valley, and I still had my practice. Because to me, it seemed like it was the right thing to do, because Chris didn't have insurance. And I wanted to make sure that he was cared for. So I put him in my hospital, and we put in for his Medi-Cal paperwork. Chris Bryant really made me realize, wow, I really don't have like a lot of friends from high school, because it was incredible. I've never seen. People were flying in, and Tina was one of the people who I met while caring for Chris. But how did I find out that the woman sang like an angel? Chris had his birthday while he was still in the hospital. So here comes Tina. And, we're all like in his room, like, hey, Chris, hanging out with Chris. And so Tina comes up. She's like, oh, I want to sing a song for you. You're thinking like, okay, all right. Here's like, we're live at the Apollo. Like, okay. So I'm like, sure, go ahead. And everyone was like, just waiting. The woman opened her mouth. Outweigh my bad days. My mother when she first got sick, was just like losing it. She just was like falling apart. She was just like falling apart. And I didn't have Tina's phone number. So where did I go? Where did I go to get her information? I went to Facebook Messenger and I found her. And I was like, Tina, sing. She's like, who is this? I said, it's Dr. Tess. I said, oh, hey, Dr. Tess. I said, look, my mother's on the other line and she's really not feeling, she's just really in a bad place. And Tina sang for my mother, and it was just so soothing. And, she's just always been there. So, my message to you is you may be going through something bad. And with this new world that we live in, it really does feel like no one cares. But that's not the case. Not only does someone care, quite a few people probably care. I care. It's very easy to feel like you're here by yourself, which means that you may contemplate suicide or contemplate harming yourself. And it is hard to know who it is that is in that sideline. I knew that Tina cared about me, but I never would have thought to call her. But now that she has extended that olive branch, I know she's there. And I'm always going to seek her out. So just know that whatever you're going through, isolation is the worst thing that you can do, because the idle mind is what? A devil's workshop. And the more you're there by yourself, the worse, I promise you, the worse those thoughts. Why would they get any better? Why would the thoughts get any better? Where's the better going to come from if you are isolated? Where's it going to come from? Nowhere. Make friends with your friends' friends, because friends are a scarcity nowadays. I mean, you may make social media friends, but do you actually have anyone who you go see or who you pick up the phone? We cannot. I'm sure you guys saw the experiment where they had the mice in the cage, and they had one, or the hamster, the gerbils, or just get the point. Just go with the story. One of them had like a Brillo pad, and the other one was just like really soft and cushiony, right? And the one with the Brillo pad suit on, he died earlier, and he was always agitated, and he just had all kinds of difficulties. Fur wasn't smooth, you know what I'm saying? He was looking around. He never wanted to eat the gerbil food. Okay, I added to it. But the point is, we as Homo sapiens, physiological beings, we're not meant to be alone. We need someone to talk to. We need someone to vent. We need someone to share things with. That don't mean just every time somebody see you, it's always got a bunch of problems. But I'm just saying, yeah, you get the point, right?